All right, you're gonna just find your way into a comfortable seat. If you'd like to sit on a cushion or a block to give you that height, which I like that. I feel very regal in this position. And just place your palms either palms up or palms down. Take a deep inhale. Roll those shoulders down your back. Exhale. One more inhale through your nose. Roll those shoulders, moving the air from the front to the back body. Exhale. One more on your own. Inhale through your nose. Lift those shoulders. On the exhale, press them away from your ears and come back to sitting. You begin to flutter your eyes shut. You can lower your gaze, just trying to turn that gaze inward rather than outward. And to kind of narrow and turn in. And gently continue to breathe in through your nose and let the breath escape through your lips. If you do want to play music, you can start playing it now. Just begin to deepen that breath. Stretch it out a little bit more. Slow it down. You're going to take 3 intentional breath cycles here. In through your mouth first. Hold it when you get to the top. And just let it out with a sigh. One more just like that. Inhale to the top, to the fullest you can make it. Hold it. Sigh it out with some noise. Final one. Inhale through your nose. Nice and deep. Hold it. Inhale a little more. Hold it. A little more. And big sigh. Relax everything. Melt down. Nose and forehead comes to the floor. And comes right back up. Excellent. If you're sitting on a block or a pillow, you can just put it to the side. And we're going to find our first hip opener of the day. I'm going to start with my left leg pulled in, my right leg placed in front. Doesn't really matter what you start with. And just find length through the spine. Right palm comes down, left arm reaches up to the ceiling, gaze up, energy up through that side body. Inhale here, get taller, and exhale, melt to the right side. Inhale, roll it back up. Exhale, switch your arms. Inhale, tall, energy up. Exhale, melt to the left side. Inhale, come up strong. Exhale, hands come to knees. Inhale, reach both up like you're carrying a beach ball or the world. Up on those fingertips. Exhale, just the shoulders. Inhale, gaze comes up, fingertips up. And exhale, begin to fold. You can look I have to invite someone in, but you can begin to walk it down. Find a place that's comfortable. Right leg in front of the left. Fold over. Let me invite some people. Excellent. Wonderful. Take a deep inhale in this fold. Inhale, stretch through the spine. Exhale, fold a little more. If you have a pillow or a blanket or anything that you can stack up on, you can rest your head. One more inhale here. Exhale, can you really feel release in that right hip socket? Let it melt. And inhale, arms up. Exhale, intentional, like you're pressing something down on either side, pressing my beautiful flower plant down to the sides. Shake it out. You're going to switch. Going to just bring the right foot in, left foot. If you'd like the option to stack it, that's up to you. It can be a little more intense for that hip. Get nice and cozy. Left palm down, right arm up. Inhale, tall. Exhale, melt. Gaze can be down, or you can open that heart up to the ceiling. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, left arm up. Inhale, melt to the right. Inhale, option to open that heart up to the sky. Exhale, come up. Hands come down. Inhale, lift something up, something glorious. Very victorious pose here. Exhale, begin to melt. Again, that can just be a simple hinge. If this is something you regularly practice, you can start walking it out. If you like a rest for your forehead, take a pillow, roll up a blanket. The important thing is here that you continue to bring breath into the compression. One more inhale here. Exhale, can you release that left hip? Let go of any tension there. Or do you notice any release of tension? Inhale, carefully roll yourself back up. Roll those shoulders back. Let's just give our legs a little shake. Thunder. With my students, we like to make thunder in front of legs, and I find it very appealing, and I end up doing a little more activity when I actually bring some imagery in. Now we're going to go into our Baddha Konasana, our butterfly stretch. Now this can be tough on the knees. So again, I love pillows and props and towels. If it's tough on your knees, stack them. It's just, or you have to be careful to our joints. If you're a super bendy person, this is the only thing I can do without a lot of warm up. All other stretches take a lot of prep time. But if you are able to just drop those knees, go where it's comfortable. We're going to take our either peace fingers or our two fingers and our thumb, grab onto either our toes and take a deep breath here, or you can reach your feet. And exhale, try to keep length in that spine, keep the back neck long, begin to fall forward. We're trying to avoid the rounding here. Continue to engage through that straight spine. Take a deep breath here, inhale down that spine, and exhale, little release. One more inhale, straight back, long neck through the crown of your head, all the way through the tailbone. And exhale, you can round the spine here. This is the melting. It is said that this is a very nice posture for the sacral chakra, the chakra that kind of inhabits the lower abdomen. And I find that this, when you get comfortable with it, can be very restorative. And that sacral chakra, whether or not you believe in chakras or follow them, it's known to be associated with pleasure and also the idea of being in control. So I think activating that region of our body is especially relevant in a time where lots of things feel out of our control. Continue to take a breath in. Connect with the sense that you are in control right now. You know where your edge is. You know what you need to do to feel safe and comfortable in this posture. Inhale, fingertips on the ground, roll up. Nose is the last thing to come up. You can use your hands to bring those knees up, extend them, give them a little shake, a little bit of thunder. Excellent job. Our final warm up for the day. Any comfortable seat that you like. If you would like to be seated like this, a little crisscross, just gonna do a gentle twist. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, left hand to right knee. Right arm is gonna reach behind. Inhale, tall back. Exhale, at the hips or the belly button, begin to melt to the right. Little twist. Inhale, tall spine. I almost think of the inhale coming from my lower abdomen, that sacral chakra, all the way up, and it actually takes my gaze up with it. And on the exhale, everything twists and comes back inward. Inhale, gently unwind. Stretch those arms up. And other side. Exhale, right hand to left knee. Left hand to back wall. Back behind you to the floor. Inhale, tall spine. Exhale, melt to that left side. From that lower abdomen, you can begin to lower your gaze or close your eyes. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, slowly unwind. Bring those arms up. Let the fingers just rain down. Hands into prayer. Wonderful. Okay, we're going to slowly come onto our hands and knees. And we're going to move through a couple cycles of our cat and cow. Option to have your toes curled. Option to have them flat. Option to do anything you want here. The idea is we just want some expansion and compression in our backs. Inhale, dropping that belly button down, tailbone comes up, gaze and nose comes up. Exhale, rounding at the tailbone through your belly button, coming up that spine. Exhale, cat pose. Pushing against the floor with those palms. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, push away from the floor with those hands. Push away with the tops of your feet or those toes. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Push away. Wherever your feet are, if they're curled or not, you're going to inhale, lift your knees just an inch or two. Keep that rounded upper body. This is a little plank preparation and also getting a little fire in our bellies. Inhale here. And on a full exhale, try to lower down the whole breath. Excellent. Open those knees a little bit. Reach back into our child's pose. Head rests on the ground. You can rest on your hands. You can keep your head up. Just take a rest. Excellent job. Very good. Okay. Now we're going to come back into our neutral spine. Tuck those toes. We're going to move into our first downward dog. So hips come back like someone has some tweezers on your tailbone. Begin to lift that booty into the air. Knees can stay bent. In fact, if it's your first downward dog of the day or the year, I would keep them bent. Really ease into those hamstrings. Walk out the dog here. Just do whatever movements will make you feel a little more settled in this pose. Give your head a little shaking. Make sure your neck is loose. We're going to find our way back to a semi-stillness. Really press the pointer, the index finger knuckles and the thumbs into the earth and feel that kind of pushing you back. Generous bend in your knees. Lift that tailbone. Inhale here. Exhale, begin to straighten up a little more. Very nice. Inhale here. Side out. Last one, inhale. Side out. Inhale, bend your knees, look front. Baby step those feet to meet your hands. Feet hip width distance apart and just hang in your forward fold. Bend your knees. You can practice one knee at a time. Inhale, we're going to bring our hands to our thighs. Flatten that back into a tabletop, halfway lift. Exhale, bend and melt. Inhale, sweeping those arms up, rolling up through the spine. Arms come up. Palms come together. Hands come slowly down in front. You're going to open into our Tadasana, our mountain pose. Ground through those feet. Really feel the toes place down, the mounds of the big toe and pinky toe, equal weight as heels. Energy coming up through those legs, opening those shoulders. Eyes gently close. Inhale here. And exhale. Your next inhale, slight bend in those knees. Lift those arms up, palms meet. Dive forward. Forward fold. Inhale, hands to legs, wherever you'd like, halfway lift. And exhale. One more time. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale. Inhale, begin to plant those palms. Step your right leg back, then your left leg back. Come into our plank. Option always to have your knees down. Good. Pushing up through the ground from those hands. Squeezing through those glutes. Inhale here. Exhale, knees come down, elbows in. You're gonna lean forward. Try to drop your chest first, then your belly. Flatten the tops of feet against the ground. Palms come to the lower ribs. Elbows pull in to a little cobra. Exhale down. Inhale, curl those toes. Hands come a little forward. Tabletop. Hips come back and up. Downward dog. Very good. Inhale here. And exhale. Inhale. Get your heels tall. And exhale, heels lower, closer to the ground. Inhale, heels up. Exhale, heels come closer. Bend those knees. We're going to begin to walk the hands back. This time to meet our feet. I'm just going to readjust so you can see me. Excellent. Now we're kind of hanging in our forward fold. Here we're going to separate our feet a little wider. I'm going to face you a little bit wider. You're going to place your left fingertips on the ground. So give yourself enough knee bend to reach the ground here, or a block if you have it. Inhale, sweep that right arm up, twist. Again, generous bend in the knees. That's going to work the hamstrings rather than just locking out our knees. Excellent. Exhale, come back to neutral. Inhale, right hand comes to the middle. Left hand sweeps up. Exhale, come on back down. One more time, right and left. Inhale, left fingertips come to the middle of your legs. Right arm sweeps up. Try to twist at that middle lower abdomen. Exhale, come down. Right hand comes to the middle. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, come down. We're almost done here. Take a deep breath here. And exhale. Inhale. We're going to lift your left fingertips towards the right leg. If this is a little intense for the, if you're a little tight, which is understandable and to be expected, keep doing what we just did. If you'd like a little more intensity, left hand comes to right ankle. Sweep that right arm into the sky. And use that resistance against your leg to push your heart open. And exhale, release. Inhale, right arm to left ankle. Sweep that left arm up. And release. Everyone bend your knees a little bit. Give them a little shake, a little reset. Last set. Inhale, left hand either to the middle or to that ankle. Generous bend in those knees. Breathe up. Open that heart. And exhale, come down. Inhale, left hand to left ankle. Reach up. And extra carefully exhale. Bend those knees and very slowly, since we've been inverted for quite a while, roll up through that spine, one vertebrae at a time. Regain your balance. Roll back those shoulders. Tadasana, lower your gaze. Notice what you notice. You feel lightheaded? Do you feel your feet grounded? Feel any sensation in your lower body? Excellent. So if you haven't already been at the back of your mat, come back to the front of your mat. Inhale, arms up. Dive forward on your exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Option to have our airplane arms. Exhale down. Inhale, plant the palms, step back, right leg, left leg, plank. Again, you can drop your knees as long as you keep feeling that pulling up of your belly button into your lower spine and you push against the floor with those hands. You are reaping the benefits of this stretch, regardless of if your knees are up or down. Inhale here. Exhale, sway a little to the right, sway a little to the left. Do this on your knees as well. Begin to sway a little bit forward and backward. Little right and left, almost there. Keep breathing, slow and controlled, forward and back. Excellent. Inhale, long, lengthen through the back of the neck. Shift forward, elbows pull into the body, slowly lower down. to the floor. Hands come to lower ribs. Cobra, inhale. Exhale, come down to the floor. Toes come under, moving through tabletop or plank. Find your way into your downward dog. Inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, lower those knees. Tabletop. Open them wide. Sit back into a child's pose of your choice. Let your head go right and left, bouncing on your forehead. Your head's on the ground. Wonderful. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, palms come a little forward. Lift those hips back and up. Wonderful. Inhale here. Let it out through your lips. Inhale in. Let it out through your lips again, like you're whistling but not making any whistle noise, just the air. Last one in. And just side out release, let it go. Look forward, hop or step those feet into your hands. Nice deep bend here. Hips, your feet are either touching or they're hips width distance apart. Just hang and let that neck go. On your next inhale, you're going to reach those arms back and come up into a Utkatasana chair pose. All right, so we're in this sort of squat position, like somebody, you're sitting on a stool that's slightly too high, too far back. Excellent. Hands can always be on your quads or here as well, or up. Everybody lift up those toes, keep them lifted. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, settle in. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, settle. Inhale, dropping those toes. Lengthen through the spine. Try to lift those heels. This might take some trial and error and lower. Now I invite you to just play around with lifting your heels. You can count 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. You do one at a time. Just play around this little playtime. It's easier to balance on a hard surface, so if you want to step off the mat, go for it. Excellent. Everybody, heels come down if they are up. Last one, inhale. Exhale, hips come up slightly as you fold forward. Option to grab opposite elbows. Let that neck go. Give it a little rock. Bend one knee and then the other. Just be soothing to yourself here. Inhale, bend those knees. Reach those arms up. Inhale. Exhale, we're gonna fall forward. Turn sideways. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale down. I'm trying to see if I want to do this one activity with you or not. Let's go for it. Inhale, plant the palms into plank. Move through your vinyasa. So that's chest comes forward. Try your best. Just practice a slow lower. Flip those feet. Cobra. Or you can push up a little more. Try not to dump in your lower body. Always keep that core engaged. So it might look like a rainbow, but now your lower spine isn't bearing all of that bend. If you engage that core, pull your belly button up to your spine, you can still get quite a lot of lift, but you're protecting your spine and engaging that core. Melt back down, toes come under, move through tabletop or plank into our downward facing dog. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, begin to walk those feet up. I'm going to face you. Hang forward, give a nice bend. One more Utkatasana. Inhale, sweep those arms up wherever they need to be. Wherever you want them, really. Lift those toes to make sure that we're not leaning too far forward. Try not to let those knees go too far over. Inhale, rise a little bit. Place your weight in your left foot. Lift up your right. and cross it over your left. Here, you can keep your arms here. Prayer. Option to do eagle arms. You're gonna bring your right arm underneath your left, and then let the palms meet. Sink back into that chair. This again is playtime. I find it harder to balance in the comfort of my own home. Just interesting because I have the same muscles. I'm the same person, even when I'm in a class or by myself. So you wonder, do I have the same emotions? Do I have the same mindset when I'm home? Inhale, lift those elbows a little bit away if you're in your crow, your eagle arms. Exhale, unwind the arms, unwind the legs. Give a little shake, a little kung fu. Let it out. Beautiful. Shake everything, realign. Feet come either together or hips width distance apart. Inhale right away into that chair. Toes come up, toes come down. Lift a little bit, weight goes into that right foot, planted in. Left leg comes up and crosses over like for T. Arms can stay here. Arms can be here. Or you can do the eagle arms, that nice bind. Left arm swings underneath your right arm. Cross one more time, and they pancake together, and we sit. A real balancing challenge is closing your eyes. You can start with lowering your gaze, closing one eye at a time. I'm not yet there. Inhale, lift those elbows a little bit away from your body. Exhale, sink. Inhale, up, unwind the arms, unwind the legs. You did it, good job. No more chairs for today. Hands clasped behind your back. Give yourself a little back bend, a nice stretch. Shake it out. I'm gonna move on to another, this is one of my favorite balances. If you are close to a wall like I am, I encourage you to just step forward. I'm gonna have a little space in the back that we will need. So just realign your breath. I'm gonna move into our tree pose. I love tree because I love like variations on branches. Tree can start, so weight in your left leg, really ground through the mounds of your big toe, your pinky toe, your heel. Gently web out those toes to give you a stable base. Right leg can be kickstand. Arms into a branch of your choice. Right leg can be a little coupe for the ballerinas out there. Bring up, just don't stop it at your knee. You don't ever want to knock out that joint. You can even use your hand, get nice and high. If you're nice and high, just, you are putting pressure into that left leg, so put some pressure back so you can level out. Hands anywhere you like. The branches can grow. They can open. Head can drop back a little bit. And gaze is however you want. Eyes closed, eyes open. All that matters is you breathe life into this tree. Keep pressing into that foot with your standing leg. Oh, apparently wasn't doing that myself. Good. Inhale, arms come up if they're not already there. Exhale, they come down past that third eye to heart center. We're gonna start with our arms. Reach them back. Turn the palms downward. Turn that knee to face the front. Bend your standing leg a little bit. Don't lock it out. Flex that right foot. Begin to press it back. It does not need to be high. We're gonna begin to fold gently forward. Gently forward. Palms pressing back. We're gonna look a little bit, not straight down, but a little bit on a diagonal down to the ground. Flexing that back foot. Lift it up just a little more. Inhale here. Length through that heel to the crown of your head. Exhale, bring it down. Shake it out. Nice job. Other side. I love right and left. It's amazing how I'm so much better at balancing on one side than the other, and amazing how much I don't want to balance on that side that I'm bad at. Amazing how I don't want to do the thing I'm not good at. Or I tell myself I'm not good at, and how much more I actually need to work that side. Inhale, become level, find some balance in your whole self. Exhale, ground through that right foot, web out those toes. Bring your foot into your kickstand, your little coupe, or higher. You want to give it a little boost. Pressing back, that right hip into your left foot. Arms come into whatever tree position feels good today. Gaze can lower. Try not to let that tailbone just slip out of your control. Everything pulls in to the sacral chakra, the lower abdomen, concentrating all of that energy inward and then upward. If you are moving, I encourage you to move on a breath. On an inhale, stretch. On an exhale, open. Next, inhale, palms come together. Come slowly down that midline, defining the middle. Arms come back, flipping those palms to face downward. Knee comes forward. Bring a bend in that standing leg. Flex that foot, and with intention and with some grace, bring it back. Shoulder blades coming together. Gaze diagonally down. Inhale, length through your heel all the way to the crown of the head. Exhale, find some stillness. Inhale, energize. And exhale, come on back and give it a little shake. Very, very good. Whew, all right. Any stretch you want here. I find after those, my feet cramp, so I always want to do like a little tap dance, so that I know how. Excellent. I've written down some options for the close of class today. I'm just wondering what we should do. I think we should do a little floor work. All right. So we're gonna come back to the top of our mat, deep bend. Inhale, reach those arms up. Our final forward fold of the day. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, come down. Plant those palms, step your right leg back, your left leg back. You know it's coming, your vinyasa. But before we do, press into the floor. Lift that right foot just an inch or two. Bring it back down. Inhale, lift that left foot. Bring it back down. We do it one more time. Try not to let your hips go. Try to keep your position exactly as it was. Right leg in the air. Bring it down. And left leg, balance. Bring it down, shift forward, knees can drop, slowly lower to the ground. You have made it. Take a breath. Not sure if you can see my feet, but the tops of my feet are on the ground. I'm going to clasp my hands behind my back. If this is challenging for you, please just bring your hands into cobra, okay? Otherwise, clasp your fingers behind your back. Option to bring your palms to meet. I just want you to inhale, bring some length. I want you to think of someone you are made of, silly putties. I'm just giving you a little stretch. And then you exhale into the floor. Inhale, you're gonna keep your feet planted. Inhale, lift those shoulders. Pull back from that fist you are making. Head is not collapsing forward or backwards. Length through the back of the neck. And exhale. Take a breath here. And repeat that. We're going to lift our feet this time with our shoulders. Everybody, inhale together. Exhale, peel those shoulders, peel that head off, lift from your hips those legs. Can you bring those legs slightly closer together? Long neck, inhale one more time, and exhale. One more on our locust pose, really regenerative pose here. Inhale together. Exhale, lift up. We bring those shoulders, no shoulders for earrings, one teacher one time told me. Inhale, crown of the head lifts, heart opens, ankles come slightly together to engage those lovely glutes we all have. And exhale, everything releases. Put one cheek to the ground. And switch what cheek is on the ground. Excellent. Now onto our apex hip opener of the day, our pigeon pose. If you frequently do pigeon and want to take my explanation time to be in pigeon, please safely and carefully find your way in. For those of you who would like a little bit of a guide, if you generally have tight joints, knee or hip, please have a pillow friend. And I will demonstrate. I'll demonstrate with a block just because it's a little clearer to see. You're going to come into our tabletop. I'm going to stretch out that right leg, give it some length. And you're going to bring that right knee towards your right wrist. And just place it down. I'm going to come a little forward. Place it down. You don't need your leg parallel with the front edge of the mat. That's sort of a weird misconception. And then you're just going to walk that back leg down. I've created a nest. You do it no matter how often I try to stay clutter-free. Your back tilt, I like to keep it tucked. That's an unpopular opinion because you said that is not the ultimate of the pose, but there is no such thing as ultimate pose in yoga. It's a constant growing and stretching. So you can place those toes down if you like. If you are feeling some of that pressure, experiment first with either extending that heel out more or pulling it in more. Everybody's pelvises are different. That's a fact. If you're still like, nope, the hip that's bent, place some support under it. And then you can really feel your pelvis going right in the middle of the legs. You're not leaning right, you're not leaning left. I'm gonna face you. Knocking down all my fake candles, causing a fake fire. So again, we don't want pigeon to be here. If it feels a little too easy, it might be a little too easy. You don't want it the other way either. That will compress our low back. If you've been here forever and you're like, Catherine, gosh, just bring some breaths. Comfortably here, fold as far as comfortable. Bring another pillow for your head. Extend those arms long if that's in your practice today. Inhale, walk yourselves up. Again, if this is in your practice, I know sometimes we have a lot of dancers will come in and watch. So if this is something that feels good, you can bend your back leg, take your left arm, just give it a little gentle. I think of rocking a boat. You're not pulling, you're just going with the motion of the water. Do a little balance, keep with our balance practice. Then you can get all fancy and make a bind. But you know, go wherever you're going today. Excellent. Remove any support you've had. Hands come in. Give that leg a little stretch. Come back down. Right your handles. Left leg will stretch. Left knee comes to left elbow. That toe will come diagonally across. And you'll just walk that back foot down. I will face you again. And if you want to face your own reflection, if you can see in your little box, you just don't want to be sitting on one side or the other. That's for safety as well as, just trying to maximize some of the benefits for your body in this. Engage that core, pulling the belly button in so that lower back isn't making like a letter J. Don't generally like that. Keeping all the power here. If you'd like a support under the hip, I actually love a support. I always forget to do it. It feels quite lovely. You want to experiment bringing that heel closer to your body or further away, as long as you are tall and in control. Also, option to bend your back leg if that brings some more comfort. Inhale, tall spine. Exhale, begin to fold. If you have a block, something handy, put your hands on it, rest your head on it. Wherever you feel comfortable. And the goal is release. On this side, if it's your left leg in front, really dive into the feelings of that left hip. Just be like, hey, I really notice you. I know you're there. And as long as it's not causing that kind of pain, play around with it. See, with every breath, you can engage and acknowledge that tension. In every release, let it go just a fraction. Just a fraction. Over time, it knows exactly what we're asking of it, and it opens up to you. Inhale, bring those fingertips to your side and roll up. Again, everything with grace. It's never like pose, 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 no pose. It's how we move into poses, how we grow into poses. Option to bend that back knee, which you can't see me do. Crow is hard to do in front of one screen. Bend that back foot. You can flex it and reach that ankle. You can point it, reach the foot, and gently rock, again, like you're rocking with the waves. No pulling, and certainly no force. Your body's doing exactly what it's supposed to be doing. You can do that if you want to try to balance, lift up an arm, lift it up here. Oh, golly. This is my first activity of the day. Certainly was in bed not too long before this. And carefully let it go. Swing it back. We're going to come with our knees in front. Roll slowly down the spine. Slowly, 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 until we're there. And just rock the knees like a windshield wiper. Moving away from my fake candles. I did a bedtime yoga the other day for a dance class, which I'm not exactly sure what bedtime yoga is, but needless to say, it was nighttime and I was like silhouetted with like 100 fake candles. It was like the most dramatic scene. It's like from like a romance movie. I was like, I have to turn some lights on, but I liked the effect. Excellent. You know what? Let's move into a gentle heart opener. We're going to move into a heart opener back bend sequence. I was originally going to do this on our knees, but I feel that the energy for winding down and being grounded is more where we're at right now, rather than get back up and start it over. So we're going to bring our heels in closer to our sits bones, or aptly named sits bones. And you might want to be able to gently graze the heels more or less. You're going to plant those palms and feel like you're burrowing that belly button into your spine. You might notice your lower back coming in contact with the floor. There's like a little bit of a roll that comes. And let that roll continue to lift your hips. So you lower that spine into the ground, and that rolling will lift those same hips into the air. If you have a block, you can squeeze it between your legs, or supported bridge. And hold it, deep breath in. Exhale, roll, keep that roll action, upper spine, moving down, ending with that belly button, lower back connection. Inhale here. Exhale, press that lower back in. Begin to rise from lower spine to upper spine, adding any supports, pillow, or activation for your glutes. And exhale from the upper spine, roll back down. We're going to do one more round. Inhale here. Exhale, root that lower belly, lower back down, and roll low back. Too high. Try not to rock your chin side to side. I know you might be peeking at the camera. Exhale, can you lift those hips a little more in the air? Can you squeeze those legs a little more in? Final activation. And exhale, roll it down. Very nice. Remove any blocks. You're going to bend. Get up. Bend your right leg, cross it over your left, like tea time again. Flex those toes, activate through those feet. Reach those hands through that little loop you made. You're going to grab on or take hold of your left side and gently pull, flexing both feet. Try not to let that any leg sickle in, meaning like that foot turning in from the ankle. Keep it pointing straight up from the ankle. Feel those shoulder blades connect with the earth. You can even curl up. You want to really feel compression and then release. Shake both legs out, both under. Bring them back, feet planted on the ground. Left foot comes up, shin crosses over right leg. Reach through that left hand through the whole right hand on the outside. Reach onto that right thigh. And begin to pull it in very gently, flexing both feet. Activate, activate, activate. Curl in, give yourself a little love, compress, 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 just to enjoy the release. Excellent. Bring your arms out, you can cactus them out or reach them out. I have room for cactusing because of my pile of just junk. And drop your knees over to one side, gaze to the opposite side. Bring your knees up and drop them to the other. Option to bring your top leg on heel on top of your bottom leg thigh, just to add a little more weight to that bottom leg. There's no real right or wrong way. That's an option if you'd like. I like the imagery of twists. You kind of twist, you bring out, a wet towel to make it lighter, and to make it, you don't just dip a towel in water and begin to wipe a window. You have to bring it out, otherwise there'll be water everywhere. So I like the imagery of being dipped in something that's totally saturating, and then the twist kind of gets rid of what you don't need. And then you come back to neutral to be able to do whatever task you need to do. If you are playing your own music and it's like on the rap battle moment, you might want to turn it down unless you find that very soothing. If you want to turn off the light, I'm going to hug those knees in and give them a few little rotations. And here is a little playtime. If you're like, Catherine, we haven't done like our one-handed handstands, well, now you may. For those of us who are going to pass on the handstands, you can move into a happy baby. That's reaching through those legs, grabbing onto the outside of those feet. And you can I kind of imagine I'm on a unicycle upside down. I don't know what I imagine. Yoga's weird. I'm weird. Just, I love thinking about being underwater when I'm doing yoga. Those really restrained and cautious movements. Because you simply can't move fast. The water creates resistance, and then you create some strength. Excellent. Carefully bring those legs down. If you're on handstand or happy baby, stretch up over your head. Excellent. Here, if you do have a pillow, how nice. I have two pillows, so I'm going to put one under my head and under my hamstrings. Here we are. If you have a pillow, a blanket, get cozy. When you have made any adjustments, any scratching, last minute jitters, get them out, I encourage jitters. I like movement. But do take one breath here to settle. Get to lower your gaze, close your eyes. Just notice, did you naturally open in this pose with your palms up or palms down? Notice if you feel any sensations. Just a noticing practice. There's no point to it. It's just noticing. There's no point to looking out at the ocean when you're walking across. You're just seeing it. You're just taking it in, and it is just so soothing to do something without a purpose. It's information. It's engaging the senses. A little flow for your senses without your mind having it to have meaning or reason. I notice a lot of heat in my hamstrings. I notice my shoulders are a little tense. So maybe I'll melt them in, maybe I won't. Notice temperature. What parts of your body, your whole body, through your fingertips, through your toes, are cool. What parts might be feeling a little heat? Do you notice any colors when you close your eyes? When I inhale, I tend to think of these sort of teal colors, almost like a teal smokiness. When I exhale, I think of a magenta kind of smokiness, almost like smoke from an incense or something. Like these two colors flowing in me and out of me, filling the spaces in me, and filling the space outside of me the way hazy, kind of smoky incense does. I'm going to shut up. You are going to take your own natural inhales through your spine and exhale through your whole being, wherever it is. Very gently begin to bring your fingertips and thumbs together and start feeling your fingerprints. This is something that I learned from home practice with yoga with Adrian, and it's so intriguing to feel, all of a sudden to feel something on your fingertips that's always been there. Begin to bring a little motion to your toes. You might want to even give a big good morning stretch. Bend those knees and drape them over to one side. A nice lazy fetal position. Using your top arm, press into the floor to gently lift up your body. Head is in no rush to match your body here. You begin to rub either your hands together. I like to rub the tops of my legs to generate some heat. A little bit of heat, wherever you are. A little faster. Hands come to your eyes. Your fingertips are cool. Notice how they feel against your forehead. Palms at the temple. You can give yourself a little massage. Fingertips pressing in. You can pull your fingertips through your scalp a little. Between your eyebrows. Whatever you do, just do it slowly. So you can pay a little bit more attention to what needs a little love. And then cup those hands over your eyes. You can begin to flicker your eyes open in your palms, or you can keep them closed and just go by the sound of my voice. Hands come to prayer. Hands come all the way up. One deep inhale together. Palms come past your third eye. I'm going to have mine settle closer to that sacral chakra, that sense of pleasure, feeling in control, lower abdomen, energy source right here. Inhale, fingertips to third eye. Exhale, bow as far as you like. And I always say, many teachers like to end with namaste here, and I just like to say thank you. But some people are like, I don't know, class is over unless you say namaste. So thank you, namaste, to those of you who like to use that sort of yogic language that has very interesting roots. I really appreciate you joining me today. Middle of the day yoga is really something. And it's something I've only been able to do since I've been home all day. So it's a pleasure to do it with you. I hope you join me on Wednesdays for a really cozy, shorter flow. And you continue to join me on Saturdays for a more active flow. I hope you enjoy your day. Drink water, open a window, and be well, my friends. Thank you for joining me.